So now we will go to the next topic. The next topic will be hanging man and hammer. Clear? So I'll just zoom it out. So we will just read this once. So a hanging man is a candlestick pattern with a long wick below. So wick is, they are saying like wick is at the bottom side and little to no wick above the candle's body. So this is the candle's body, and above that it can have a wick or it need not have a wick, not an issue at all. The length of the body is usually 1/3 of the length of the lower wick. So this body should be very, very small and the wick should be 3x times of this body. So that is what they are trying to say in hanging man, and it is the same for hammer also. But what is the basic difference is like where it is going to occur. That means I'll tell you. So before going into that, I'll just want to cover something. So assume we are going to, I'm going to draw a particular thing, try to understand what is that. So the market has started at this place. Clear? From here, the market has moved till this place. Fine. So this trend is there now. It is going upside, right? Hello?
Yes.
So this upside trend means bullish people are in control. Okay. So this means the market is moving up. That means the market is controlled by bulls, and this trend is called as uptrend. Clear?
Okay.
So now, from now to understand this. So here the market has started at this place and it started moving down. Here bears are in control. So this trend is called as downtrend. Clear? So in a market, there will be two types of trend will be there. One is uptrend or bullish trend. The next one is called as downtrend or bearish trend. Clear? So now what we have to understand is like nowhere or not even in history or you want to see any other any charts, what you could see is like the market will not be in a unidirection. What am I trying to say is like it would have started as 0 and the market would have gone to 1000. That means market is bullish, but that does not mean market is unidirection. That means it is not going to have only uptrend. It will have a downtrend. For example, you are able to see a lag over here, right? The markets moved up till here and it slightly came down, right?
Mm-hmm.
This particular zone is called as a downtrend. Hello?
Okay.
Okay. So nowhere in this market, nowhere in any market, the market is going to have only one single trend. No, this is not at all possible. The market will be having ups and downs. This ups are called as bullish, this downs are called as bearish. So now what we need to understand is like the market is moving over here and then it is giving a small downwards and then again it is moving over here. So the market has taken a halt over this zone, correct?
Mm.
So what does this zone means? This zone is called as resistance zone. So for example, you are going to jump from the floor, you are going to jump. So how much you can jump? So I'm like how tall or how far you can jump? You can jump till the height of your ceiling, correct? Above the ceiling, if you want to go, you have to become a Superman because you cannot break the ceiling. So your ceiling will be your extreme limit where you can jump. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So your ceiling is the resistance. Okay, so your ceiling is giving you some resistance that you cannot go up further. Clear?
Mhm. Yes.
And now you are, when you are jumping and down, right? So when you are coming down, you are going to hit the floor. You are not going to get buried in the ground. You are going to hit the floor, right?
Mhm.
So that floor
Yes.
is called as support.
Mhm.
Clear?
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I am trying to say over here is, let me take a better chart. What am I trying to say here is, okay. Okay, see over here. So let's consider only this zone. Okay. So now if you see, the candles moved from here and it went till here. Correct? So
Yes.
this particular zone is called as resistance. It is not allowing the price to move upside. So once after hitting this resistance, it has started to move down. Clear?
Mhm.
So why it has moved down till here? So this zone is called as support. It has taken a support over there. Clear? And then what has happened next? So the market moved till here, it took a resistance, and moved till here, it took a support over there, and then started moving up. So now what has happened is like it revolved around the resistance for some time and then gave a breakout.
Mhm.
Here, now what will happen is like this point will again act as a resistance. And the point where it comes down to take is called as the support. So you are clear right now. What is the resistance? What is the support? When the price is moving up, if there is some obstacle, or if the price is not going up fast, that means there is some resistance is there. And if a price is moving down and it is not able to break a particular zone, and that zone is called as support. Clear?
Mhm.
So what now you need to understand is, you are going to study about a hanging man and a hammer. So whenever, I'm just taking the example again here. So whenever there is a uptrend move, this is an uptrend, right? It is moving up, right?
Mhm.
Whenever there
Yes.
is an uptrend move, and if there is a hanging man formed, that means it is going to reverse to a downside. And you can see there is a downside has happened. These are 2005 and
Mhm.
2006 charts. So that means it is applicable from a long time and it is not from something found now. Clear?
Mhm.
So this is called as hanging man. A hanging man is something which means that it is going to form in an uptrend, and when a hanging man is formed in an upside trend, that means it is a possibility of giving a reversal. So the possibility of reversal is there, and that is why the next 3 weeks it has fallen down. Clear?
Mhm. Okay.
So now I'll tell you what is a hammer. So a hammer, it is exactly opposite. So if it is something forming in an uptrend and the reversal is coming, that part is called as an hanging man. And for a downtrend, you need to, for a hammer, you need to see something in the downtrend. Clear? Let's see over here. So from here, the candles were moving down. and then a particular candle has formed. This candle is called as the hammer. So when a hammer is forming in a downtrend, that means it has high potential to give a reversal towards upside. Clear?
Yep.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, it is clear, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So now what we need to understand is like why that particular candle is having that much power of reversal. So we need to understand that. Now let me take paint again. So now let's see about a hammer. Okay, so this is a body, and then this is nothing but the wick which has formed. So now you need to clearly, cautiously understand. I'll be covering only hammer now. So if you see over here, this for this particular candle, if what is the open? Open is over here. Am I correct?
Yep.
So okay. So the candle has opened like this. Okay, and the close is here. Correct.
Yes.
And the high is also here. Correct.
Yes.
So close and high are same. So what has actually happened is like when the candle was initially forming, this is the zone where I am drawing the open. So the candle opened over here. So let me take this. So the candle opened like this, and then it started moving down till this point. So till this point, the candle has moved down. So that means from open, the candle started moving down. So when the price is moving down, that means this candle is a red candle. Am I correct?
Yes.
Now what happened is like when the candles have started to move down, the price has become more cheaper and a lot of buyers has entered the market. So what happened now is like the candle started moving up. Clear? The candle started moving up, and the path what it has traveled from the low, that will become a tail, will become a shadow. So after reaching the open place again, now this is the open place, right? The where the candle has started, after moving down, it has opened at the same place. So what has happened now is, now the candle after reaching the open place, it started moving up. So this zone is called as bulls are taking control. The price, when it started moving down, it has become very cheaper. The people felt like it is very cheaper and we have to enter that place, and they have entered at the low point and started moving till the open place and even closed above the open. So just check it once again. The candle started like this, and then it started to move again, move down. So once it started moving down, the bullish people started entering, and they again touched the open point. And from the open point, what they have done is like they have formed a new high. So this portion, what initially the people went down, is called as the wick or the shadow portion. So this particular candle is completely dominated by bulls. Bulls has taken control of the particular candle. You are clear with this or not? This candle is very, very important. This is the basic of all candles. So if you are clear only, I can proceed ahead next.
Yes, clear.
So this is a particular candle. Initially, the buyers or the sellers are in control. They push the price down, and after some time, people thought that this is a place where we need to buy because it is very cheap. And then they started to buy, and they have increased the price to the place where it has opened. And while closing, they have closed above the open price. So this particular candle is called as a hammer candle. This candle symbolizes that the bullish people are in control. Is that fine?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll just end up this session over here itself, because you have to practice a lot. Just see some few charts for Marubozu candle. If you're not able to get also, it is fine. We will just skip on, change to hammer. So for now, try to find hammer at whatever possible zones. This can have a small wick at an upper side. It can have a small wick, not a big wick. The wick should not be like this. It should be very, very small. So it can have a small wick at the upper side. But main thing is like the body should be very, very small, and it should be in green color, and the wick at the downside should be very, very big, which should be 3 times at least the 3 times the body size. So try to find such a scenario or such a candlestick in 15 minutes or 1 hour or a daily time, and give me with some 2 or 3 examples in different stocks, so that we will just understand what has actually happened. Because if I show some example over in whatever chart I am taking, for example, I've taken this chart and I've shown, it will not be of much impressive, because if you are doing some work and if you are able to understand and practice, then that will be sticking to your mind. So that is what I wanted to do. So try to get some charts, try to check any time frame. I'm just suggesting you to take 15 minutes or 1 hour or 1 day, but it is up to you. You can take any time frame. You can take weekly, monthly also. It is up to you. Go to investing.com and try to go to the charts and check what all has happened, so that you will be able to get some understanding of what is happening. So this is what I wanted to share in this session. So if you have any queries or doubts, please ask me now. Hello?
I have some questions regarding. Hello?
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah. That resistance and.
No, your voice is very less.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, the resistance formed by the.
Yeah.
These points are they set by someone manually, or is it formed like people buying and selling?
No, the resistance and supports are formed automatically. I mean to say, like, for example, these are not predefined points. It is formed during a market, and it has certain characteristics on why it is formed. So, for example, I'll tell you here. Okay. So, if you see, there is some sort of resistance which has occurred in the past. Clear. So the market, once it started touching this resist zone, it has moved down and it has started moving up. So this is a zone where it has initially faced a resistance. Okay, there can be any news or something would have entered the market, and because of that, the fall would have happened. But this is the first resistance which is formed in the market. And after that, when the market is trying to reach that zone, it will struggle a bit, and you can see a struggling. Okay, so the resistance are formed then and there based on the market movements, based on the candlestick movements. So you are clear, or should I explain it more?
No.
Or I will do one thing. The meeting is going to end now. Shall I take another session on support and resistance alone?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I'll just end this meeting and I will just start the meeting.
Okay.
Okay, fine.